okay, we talked AFC, NFC playoff picture. So obviously the Rams, they've already clinched the division. Then you have New Orleans.
Yep.
This is my question. So I have been very big on the Vikings because I love Zim. Well, I love a defensive-minded coach. And I think I was kind of living in last year's defense and just the success and everything. But who do you think will take that division, the Vikings or the Bears?
Right now, for me, Chicago Bears. And the Minnesota Vikings, it's just, I'm not sure. Well, one thing that they're not doing is they're not running the football.
I say that every week.
Kirk Cousins, when they played the Buffalo Bills, he threw the ball 55 times, and they attempted to run the football 6 times.
And you have two guys that can run. That's the thing that kills me with that. I'm like, last year when Dalvin was out, Tay Train, he's good. You got Dalvin, Florida State. Like, I do not get this every week.
And so they're putting too much pressure on Kirk Cousins to go out and win them football games. Now, Kirk Cousins is good, and he's been really good for them. But before he signed that contract, I have to imagine Kirk was looking at this thing like, okay, well, I got a top 10 run game. I got a top 5 defense. I got great receivers who can, run any and every route. And so he felt like he was going into the situation like a great situation, right? And now the way this thing is kind of played out is they're putting so much pressure on him to go win football games. And this is the one thing I don't understand about a lot of offensive coordinators. And because, listen, football can be a simple game, right? I just feel like some coaches make it harder than it has to be, right? A balanced attack is a proven formula. It's proven that it works. Just look at the Patriots. Even as Tom Brady's the GOAT, everybody considers him the GOAT. Even that offense runs the football almost half the time, right? And so I don't understand when these coaches get into these mindsets and these modes that I got to throw it 45, 50 times a game. Like, no, you don't. Like, I know it's not sexy to see a running back carry the ball for 5 yards, but it's effective in the long run, and it helps you chew up the time of possession on the clock. It helps you control the tempo of the game, and it forces the other team to play at your level and at your pace, right? When you're trying to score too quick, look at the Green Bay Packers, right? Aaron Rodgers, another GOAT. When they won the Super Bowl, they had a top 10 run game, and they had a good defense as well. For whatever reason, Mike McCarthy, I have been pleading with him all year. Mike McCarthy, please run the football. Give Aaron Jones some touches, because when you give him some touches, he's successful. And Aaron Rodgers, as great as he is, and he can make any throw from anywhere on the football field, he still needs a run game. He still needs that balanced attack, because when you play the Packers, when I was in that division, when I was with the Detroit Lions, we didn't worry about the run game. We were just playing coverage, and we were just like, we got to stop Aaron Rodgers. We didn't worry about who was carrying the football. And so when that happens, and you have enough incompletes in the game, because you will, the clock stops, right? And you putting your defense back out there on 3-and-out situations. They haven't got enough rest. And so that's what's happening with the Minnesota Vikings right now. On top of their defense, they've been playing well lately, but in the beginning of the season, they were kind of getting chewed up. And so Mike Zimmer, I know he's a defensive-minded coach, but, man, they got to get back to running the football, because they got players back there.
I agree. And the thing I think is, you pay this guy so much money, this fully guaranteed contract, and it's like they want to get their return on investment, which I get, but balance that out. I just, every week I say the same thing every week. Like, why are you not utilizing this guy? Especially when you see them breaking off to some of these runs. It's not like you don't have guys that can run.
Dalvin Cook looked really good. Was it the last game? It might have been the last game before. He caught a screen. He looked like he was running 100 miles an hour. Like, nobody was even close to him. And I'm just like, you got all this talent back there. I mean, you got Latavius Murray and Dalvin Cook together, and you're not. All right, so this lady just hit my car right now, so we about to have some issues. Hold on.
Oh.
Hi. Okay. Yeah, please. Thank you.
Did she like tap with her door?
Yeah, she hit my car at the door. Y'all about to see this lady get hip tossed out here. But anyways, so listen, you got great players in the backfield. You got two good running backs, and they're not using them enough, and they're putting too much pressure on Kirk Cousins to go out there and win them football games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in turn it's putting a lot of pressure on that defense too, because they're not rested enough.
I agree.
Yeah.
I also think the Vikings, they're just so up and down this year for me. Like one game they look decent, the next game they fall, and they're losing games. Like I understand they just played the Patriots. It's hard to go into Foxborough and win, but I still think it could have been a better effort. So